Alright, now before this video starts, I want to add just a little bit of context to what we were doing there and just kind of what I was using, just so you kind of know what's going on. Alright, so I've been planning this trip for months to the Black Mesa State Park. It is an amazing park in Oklahoma. I finally get a chance to go. Me and my friend Mark, we take a 7-hour road trip up there. And let's just say this trip turns into a little bit more than just a simple, easygoing road trip. There were a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but this trip turned out to be one of the most memorable trips of my life, and I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm recording through the GoPro the entire time, and I'm taking pictures with my Sony a6000, and it has the Canon 10 to 22 millimeter lens on there. Throughout this video, I'll probably point out where the downfalls were because they're kind of funny if you just kind of pay attention. Alright, I'm setting off on a little adventure. We are going to the Black Mesa State Park in Oklahoma, which is the darkest area in Oklahoma. Not only the darkest, but it's also the tallest. I'm going to do there to get some astrophotography, see if I can do any of that, because it's supposed to be like the best place in Oklahoma. So, we're going to do that. I got to go pick up Mark, and then we are on our way at 6 hours, so that'll be fun. Mark has been acquired.
Hey guys.
Alright. I just mapped it.
Yeah.
That's our trip. 347 miles. Let's do this. So we were running very, very low on gas, and we're in the panhandle of Oklahoma. That is not a good combination at all. We stopped at a gas station, needing gas desperately, and they were out of gas. So we had to drive 20 more miles in the hopes that we could find this gas. And the thing that we actually found, I think it was made in like 1920 or something. But we're getting our gas. It's working fine. And shout out to Tack a Snack OKC for saving our lives. Alright, so we just got out of the car to take a break because we finally got to our destination, or at least most of it. That's the park over there. I'm not entirely sure where our GPS is taking us, but hopefully it is in the right direction. We just stopped to take a picture because that's kind of what I have to do. Look at that. Is that not the greatest picture ever? Yes! That's so awesome. All right, let's get there. Not good considering we have so much stuff back there. Everything just flies up in the air every time we hit a bump. So we just kind of drove down to the lake because we thought that's where we go. It was a pretty crazy drive, but there's nothing down here for us. So now we have to go back up that hill. Let's do this. Alright, so after after a 7-hour road trip, a steep hill that didn't look that steep on the GoPro was a very bad idea.
We've ran into a problem.
My Jeep is gone. It is not working, and we're both kind of panicking because we are very far away from anything. You know, my Jeep dies. There can't be anything else that goes wrong. Just you wait. Just you wait.
So I'm not much of a mechanic, but I mean, everything looks fine. I've had some issues and we just easily fix them, and that's normally with this carburetor here. So far, everything that could happen has happened on this trip to us. So we're actually stranded in Black Mesa State Park, 6 hours away from where we're from, and without a working vehicle. Jeep, I love you. I realize this isn't your fault. It's an old Jeep. Age happens. Performance issues. But the sun's going down, and that's what I'm worried about. I'm calling someone to see if they can help fix our Jeep. We're calling the park.
You have reached Black Mesa State Park. No one is here now to take your call. All campsites are available on a first-come, first-served basis. Please leave your name and number if you wish to get back to me.
Hey, my name's Jared Kinley. We're at the park and our vehicles seem to have died on us. We're on the trail to the lake and we were kind of hoping someone was here to kind of help us out. If you can, if you're there, please call back and I would love to hear from you. Bye, thank you. This is no longer really a funny matter. Jeep's not starting. It's getting dark and we're far out. We're having to hike to see if we can find those people. You definitely can't see them on the GoPro, but there's some people down there and we'll see if they can help us out. So
Hopefully there's people down there.
hopefully there's keys in that truck down there. Alright, so we've been walking for what seems like days, but it's actually only been like 2 minutes. I'm just kidding. I'm trying to put some humor in here, but we've come to an issue. That's one hell of a drop off. So we're trying to get down. There's buildings over there, there's people over there, or there's trucks. I don't know if there's people. So we're trying to find something and get out of outside. So, alright, we're gonna have to climb these cliffs right there. So this is gonna be dangerous. Oh my god, I told my work to send a search party after Saturday if I'm not back, which could possibly be too late. That's like 3 days.
We can survive.
Yeah, we have plenty of food. You don't even understand how much oatmeal I brought.
I have
Alright, we made it down this somewhat little cliff face.
That's what we were on top.
Yeah, that's massive. Alright, it probably looks small to the GoPro, which is ridiculous. And there's something that lives in there. I don't know what it is. But, alright. This is redonkulous. This is not what I meant by camping, Mark. My dad's gonna see this and he's like, why the hell are you vlogging when you're trying to get help? There's people over there that we're gonna go talk to, see if there's a park ranger somewhere around the park. Alright, so we talked to the guy. What was your take on him? Nice guy?
Oh yeah,
Hey,
nice guy.
he's a really nice guy. But we're gonna try the park office, try the park residence. Really cool fast, there's a deer. I don't know if you can see him. That movement right there, there's a bunch up there, and then there's like a whole squad of them down. I don't know, a group of deer, I don't know, but they're all down over there. So that was kind of cool that they're just chilling with us. But I don't know where else to try. Like he said, the park rangers aren't going to be here till either tonight or tomorrow. Alright, it has gotten fairly dark now, so I don't know how good you're actually seeing me through the GoPro, but no park rangers, nobody here. So we're heading back to the Jeep, and it's time to make that climb again. It's going to be a fun... Look at all these deer, that is crazy. I hope the GoPro can see that, but like...
6, 7.
We're hiking up the hill again.
Yep.
We're getting to the bottom of it to get to the top of it. That means,
From
did
the
that make
bottom,
any
now
sense?
we're here.
So we just saw a sign that said what to do if you encounter a mountain lion, and that wasn't particularly any good. Alright, so we found the Jeep over there, which is good. Not to sound too dramatic, but we're in the desert area, and
There's cacti all over the place.
there's cacti everywhere. That's one problem. We're in the desert, and it's winter, so it drops to about freezing, about 30 degrees at night. So that's why we're trying to get back to what we have, so we can set up a little bit of a camp. I feel like I'm like talking about a survival show or something. Calories. Oh my god, we got to the Jeep and we got it started. I have no idea what was wrong. We're going to get out of here. This is so great. We made it, but there's a fearless deer who is not going to give us our campsite. Oh, no, there he goes. So good thing is we got to our campsite. Bad news is, what did I forget?
A tent. Not a tent.
Forgot the tent.
How do you forget a tent when you're going camping? I'm an idiot.
Mark's sleeping in my Jeep or outside, depending on what he wants to do. I'm sleeping outside because I have a 0-degree sleeping bag and I can withstand anything. So we have set up camp, everything. We are good to go. We just had dinner and hopefully, hold on, let's get to a little bit better. I don't know if you can see. These stars are amazing. Hold on. Alright, so I'm probably going to go out and take some pictures in a little bit. Just going to warm up and all that stuff, but then after that, we are peace now. Alright, so I'm attempting to get a decent picture. If you could see the stars in the last bit, I'm trying to capture those. I want something that says wow, and I think I found it. It's just putting it into play. Alright, now I have it posted up on this river right here. I'm aiming right down the river, and I'm aiming up the sky. These stars are amazing. I know I've said that, but I can't get over this. Let's take a shot. These are coming out just incredible. I've been planning this trip for months just because I knew that the stars, I just can't describe them anymore. You're just going to have to see through the images. They're amazing. I think I'm done getting pictures over at the river. Alright, so we were peacing out for the night. If you don't see any more video, that is because this camera has died because I've run out of all battery source. So I'm just hoping the GoPro doesn't die on me because I'm just going to turn it off the rest of the night. But we're planning on getting up in the morning and getting, say, some cool sunset or sunrise shots. Kind of back at where the Jeep broke down, so hopefully it's just not a bad area and that happens again.
Alright, so my GoPro died there, really in the middle of my sentence, but I can just describe to you what happened that night. Alright, camera dies, we kind of just hang around the fire, have a good time, and we decide to go to bed. I mean, there's really nothing else to do. Now, when checking the temperature, it said it was supposed to be 30 degrees, alright? I have a 0-degree sleeping bag, and I froze my off. The temperature did not drop to 30 degrees, it dropped below 20 degrees. We tried everything to stay warm. I'm in my sleeping bag that has a hood. I'm at the bottom and I have it capped over my sleeping bag to try and stay warm. Did not work. I got up at 2:30 in the morning, started a fire, and we sat around that the rest of the night. I think we may have got a total of 3 hours of sleep. And I think earlier in the morning, the fire died and it just got colder. So we're sitting around this fire, huddled together, and we're shivering. We almost died. Mark got up at one point and he's like, I'm pretty sure at one point through the night I had stage 1 hyperthermia. And no joke, that probably happened because we were vigorously shaking. It was awful. But right now, it's a great story to tell, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Here are some images that I got in the morning. really the reason we left our camp at that point was that was a good excuse for us to get in my Jeep and get the heat going, because that was the warmest thing up until like 10 o'clock in the morning. Now to close this video, my friend Mark, as soon as we got home, he sent me this message, and I couldn't have summed up the trip any more better than he did. Hey man, remember that one time we drove your old Jeep 6 hours to Black Mesa and broke down and had to hike for help, but not get any, just to go back to your Jeep to set up camp, then we got it started, then we went to the campsite and saw 1,000,000 stars, and then froze our butts off overnight, and then had to build a fire at 4 a.m. and then saw the sunrise, ate some oatmeal, went hiking, and left the park all the way back home. And he said, oh, and of course you forgot your tent. Laughy emoji. So we were all in good faith. We both had a great time on the trip, and we would not have traded this trip for anything. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I tried to do my best storytelling. Let me know how I did. Anyway guys, subscribe and have a nice day.